I'm back again. Time for another ramble. And this isn't going to be negative. I told you before, I'm done with negativity. What it is it seems every 6 months or so, I get a message or two from somebody. And it's usually condescending or just outright ignorant and rude about, well, I see you have all these Dior's and YSL's and fucking, colognes and all these top designer colognes, and you spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on these, and yet you're telling us to buy $3 dupes. Or it's, why do you bother reviewing these $5 dupes or $7 or $8 aftershaves or $10 or $15 colognes when sitting behind you is a bunch of Dior's? Yes, I have a lot of what you would call expensive designers, a couple niche, and a lot of mid-range designers. That's the bulk of my collection, believe it or not, is Zeros, Calvin Klein's, Davidoff, Bulgari, DC's, Versace's. They're the bulk of my collection. And then another good chunk is what you would call, cheap designer colognes. I forgot Polo. I got some of them too. Playboys, Avon, Cody, shit like that. And the reason I believe is, first off, who the fuck are you to tell me what I can do with my money and what I should buy and what I should wear? Find my center. Align my chakras. Breathe in, breathe out. All right. No, but seriously, all kidding aside, like, who are you to tell me? I don't tell you guys what to do. I don't tell anybody what to do except my mutt. But truthfully, she tells me what she's doing more than I tell her what she's doing. That's just the way it goes. And I right in my face. I don't know if you can see her back there. She's in her pillows having sleep right there. She's got black, so she blends in. Decaf coffee because it's getting late and I gotta go to bed soon. So yeah, the second reason I do it is I've been poor, guys. And I don't mean I've been, I got no money till payday. I've been poor. If it wasn't for family, I'd have been homeless. It's not a joke. That's how poor I was. A lot of that had to do with my own mental faculties at the time. I spoke about it. I was in videos, and I'll speak about it again in videos. I know what it's like that at $20, $20. I say it all the time now, like, oh, it's just a $20 perfume, but $20 when I was poor meant the difference, literally, from eating some fucking peanut butter and fucking bread. If I was lucky, if I got bologna on sale, I could get some bologna. If I'd be luckier, I'd get some cheese. I'd like some peanut butter sandwiches and some bologna and cheese sandwiches. So I was poor, guys. And it wasn't fun. And it was all mostly my own mental issues. I'm not afraid to say that I have and do have mental issues. To this day, I have what they call uh, uh, so like primatary social anxiety or something weird like that, where uh, I don't like big groups. It's like if I go to a party, I tend to sneak off into a corner, stuff like that. Um, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm getting better with it uh, through my own work. I don't take medications or anything. It's not that bad. I can function. I go to work every day. I can function. But certain things are just very uncomfortable for me. Parties. Um, Malls. Um, Things like that are very uh, uh, concerts or festivals, um, markets, things like that where people are can't give me my space, drive me nuts. I've lost my shit at people. And I know it's hard to believe because I come off as such a nice guy. But I've gotten into fist fights, shouting matches, arrested, and assault charges and shit because people just wouldn't give me my space. Give me my space. I ain't asking for fucking 20 feet of space, but step off so, I can want to put my arm out. I can put my arm out without fucking touching you. I'm like that to this day. So, anyway, like I was saying, it's just mental issues. I've been poor. Dirty poor. Like, no hot water in my house. Had to shower in cold water when the electricity was on. Then it was more just sponge baths. And I got my house taken away. I had to live back with my parents, which was devastating at the time, but a blessing in disguise. Because they aren't wealthy. They're not independently wealthy or anything like that, but they don't do bad. And they didn't know how bad I was having it. Because again, I've always been that I'll take care of it myself kind of guy, which is stupid. If you've got somebody, oh my face is moving. There's all my face. If you've got people that are willing to help you, go to them, get help. It's not a sign of weakness. That's what I thought it was. It's not. It's not a sign of weakness. So anyway, so that's the reason I do it, guys. I've been poor. I know that not everybody can afford the $150, $200 for the Dior's and the YSLs, and they can't even afford the $50, $60 to $100 for the Azzaros and the Calvin Kleins and the Davidoffs and shit like that, or the Polos. But I feel I have to answer this question. Get back to roundabout what I was talking about first. I feel I have to answer this question every like 6 months. There's always somebody who's saying, why don't you just stick to the good stuff? That's why. Because I know from my heart, it's actually like over here, but you know what I mean. From my heart, that sometimes, fuck, $20 is a fucking game changer. A legit game changer. Boom. And a lot of you people who say that stuff, I probably never really had to worry about a whole lot. I mean, a little bit here and there, but you've never been poor. And so anyway, I was getting back on my feet, like I was saying, when I moved in back with mom and dad. All I had at first was a bedroom, which is kind of, like I said, kind of embarrassing. 30 years in your 30s, and you're living in a bedroom in your parents' house. Um, got a girlfriend again, got back in shape, started getting mentally better, found a steady job, paid okay, was able to living with mom and dad got me out of debt because I didn't have to pay anything. I lived rent free, board free. I got mom, of course, mom's gonna feed me. I'm a baby. And my parents are great. I would, people say it all the time. My parents were horrible. I would put my parents against anybody's parents. They were, like, they're not here. They're still here. They are the greatest parents and now grandparents anybody could ever ask for. My dad tries to put on a dad. I'm dead. But he's got the biggest heart. I get a lot of that. My heart, my love for animals, the planet, my wanting to help. I get a lot of that from him. He's like that too, even though he'll never admit it. And I get a lot of my tolerances, I guess would be the word, from my mother. Growing up, racial slurs were never used in my house. My mother wouldn't allow them. She wouldn't allow anything bad said about transgenders or homosexuals or gay people. It wasn't something, I was never raised that way. And I think that's why this day I don't, it's learned behavior, racism and hate. And I think that's why to this day I don't, I mean, and there's levels of it too. Would I feel uncomfortable if there's 30, well, I'd feel uncomfortable if there's 30 people in the room anyway, because of my anxiety, but that other factor. If there was 30 people in the room and there was 29 black guys and me, yes. Is that racism? No. That's, I mean, somebody might say it is. I don't think it is because I'm not racist. It's more of, I don't want to stick out. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm annoyed that these people are black or I'm afraid of these people because they're black. No. It's because I don't want to stick out. So yes, I mean, that's not racism. So if you're not racist, if you feel that way sometimes, that's okay. Nobody likes to stick out for the most part. So, but I think that's why like I said, I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, trans, pans, even though I don't know what pans is. I definitely don't know what non-binary is. I don't get that. That's just bisexual. It's what we always called it, but apparently it's something different. I don't know. But I don't care. Don't care if you're black, Asian, white, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, atheist. Just as long as you're not a dick or a bitch. I don't care. Straight and simple. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, that happens in these rambling videos. I'll go from one thing to another just like that. Some of you like that. I get a lot of people saying they love my videos where I just talk and ramble and go on, and some people hate it. And again, that's okay if you hate it. You don't have to like it. That's okay if you like it. Thank you. It's who I am. But yeah, just getting back to that's why I do a lot of cheap dupes and cheaper colognes mixed in with the more expensive stuff. Because I know some people, either due to circumstances of their own making, or maybe they weren't, maybe somebody else can't afford that stuff. And that's fine. And if you can smell relatively good for $5 and help boost your confidence and maybe help you improve your your life situation just a little bit because of that $4 or $5 dupe. But it's worth all the negative comments and feelings I get towards myself, which aren't a lot, actually. I'm surprised. Thank you guys a lot. It's just usually the 2 or 3 people a year that come at me with something really stupid. And they even get madder now because I just thank them now. Thank you for watching. Because I don't argue, especially not on the internet. Oh my God, that's the stupidest thing ever. Everybody likes to fucking, especially lately, people love to argue about shit. Social media as a concept is great. And it lets me do videos like this, and it lets me keep in touch with friends and family I haven't seen in years. But it also gives the soapbox some really, really uneducated people is one of them. Easily duped, gullible people, or just plain out crazies. I can't say it any better. Just plain out nutbars. Gives them a soapbox. See, because before, when that crazy person would talk about something, they'd have to do it on the side of a road or in a public park or something. And you just say, this guy's nuts, and you walk by him. Now they've got the internet. And the thing is that they feel like they're justified because it's called, when they do their research, they'll ignore the 100 or 200 people can disagreeing with them. Find that one person that agrees and be like, see this right here. Look, right here. Or that one piece of look, that one piece of information. No, don't look at the other 300. That one piece right here that agrees with me, I'm right. That's confirmation bias. It's a legitimate psychological feature where we look, and we all do it to a degree. But I like to think there's a lot more people like me out there that are open-minded to others' opinions if they can provide some form of legitimate proof. They usually can't. So they go with a confirmation bias. And there's also now, it's that, and they're getting together on the internet and makes them seem like they're a lot bigger than they are. Because people like me, and I think we're the vast majority, people like me, well, I know we are. We tend to just go to work, do our job, live our lives. We're happy, we're content. I mean, yeah, we're not smiling idiots all the time, but we're content. We have our likes and dislikes, of course, and but we're not. We're smart enough not to get into an argument with a fruitcake because you just can't win on it. Conspiracy theorists, you can't argue with them. You can't, because you'll show them, like I said, 150 different pieces of information that professionals and trusted fucking intellectuals. No. This one guy over here says he agrees with me. So, and it's usually from like some weird website, wethepeople.org, patriotism. Hashtag E2 fucking A fucking. CBC's lying, but jimmysnews.com over here, he's telling the truth. So, yeah, gotta be careful with that stuff, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant there again, but it happens. These videos went a lot longer than I thought. I'm going to end it. I really just wanted to say the reason I do what I do and I am who I am and the way I am is basically I was poor. I've got good parents who made me. I was poor, so I appreciate the value of a dollar. I got good parents who made me very kind and loving and understanding and non-judgmental for the most part. I mean, I have my days, of course, like everybody else, but for the most part, Um, and I don't argue with people, so don't even bother. If you got something to argue with me about on here, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm just going to give you a thumbs up and thank you for watching my video. Because usually there's something wrong with somebody who wants to argue. They're angry for no reason. And anger will make you old before your time. Just chill out. See, what was it? I read somewhere. You know what happens after you get offended? Nothing. I see something that offends me, and I'm not easily offended, but there are some things. And it's just like, and I turn the other way and leave. And it's gone. It's not offending me anymore. So go ahead and be offended. It doesn't affect anything. I mean, just don't expect to change the world because you and half a dozen different people think it should be changed. When the vast majority of people are fine with the way it is. That's the way it goes. All right, guys. Sorry about the all over rambling, but it was just for fun, and I want to do another video before I went to bed. So, peace, love, be good to each other, guys. Seriously, be good to each other. Stop getting so angry. Ain't worth it. Later, guys.